Missladypetal here, and you haven't heard from me for a little while again because I've been really busy, and I've also been sick, and the thought of actually just coughing and hacking my way through a video blog just doesn't really sit well with me at all. But I'm still a little bit nasally, but I'm coming right to the end of it, and boy am I happy about that. So my goodness, there's been a lot of change in my life in the last 3 months. I'm in my new studio, and I haven't even got any of my artwork up on the walls yet. There's less walls for me to actually put artwork on because I've decided to go floor to ceiling storage. So yes, I'm contemplating what paintings I'm going to be putting up on my walls and what I'm going to be doing, bearing in mind that this space is like an open space and there's no door, and I'm essentially the welcoming committee when someone walks in my front door, because my front door is like right there. So, but big changes. So many of you will know that I got the job at an aluminium wholesaler that had a big warehouse and a sales team, and I started there on the 1st of June, and then last Wednesday I was called up into the operations manager's office and told that he was making my position redundant. He was doing that because he felt that he could take on half of my role and then take a junior and pay them less and to do my job. So that was pretty quick and pretty fast, and I'm thinking, yep, I've been here, 6 weeks, and I thought that was pretty tough, but as it was, it's just blown open a whole bunch of opportunities. And I've just come back from an interview today with another company that absolutely was blown away by my resume, and they said so numerous times and just really wanted to know how they could get me into their business, whatever it would take. They wanted me in their business, and that is a really different experience than what I've had with other providers who have been not nice, is a really nice way of putting that, not nice. And I'm having afternoon tea. So I still have my work shirt on from my interview, and I thought, well, I've had a haircut, I have makeup on, I'll do a vlog. Not that I can laugh a lot at the moment because I would cough if I laugh a lot, so I won't laugh a lot, but sometimes I crack up at some of the stuff I say, so I'm like, whatever. If I cough, I cough, whatever. So yeah, that's really promising, and I have a job interview next Wednesday for another company that's really similar, that really seem to want me as well. So I'm like, yeah, life's looking up, and if I just trust that God's got good things in store for me, I think they do. The other big news that's far more exciting than my work life is I've started an art therapy diploma course. And I've done my first module and I got 100%. And I was like, oh, woohoo! And actually the teacher's comments on there was a beautiful start, you're a natural. And I thought, that's lovely. It's something that I've kind of been working my way towards in a roundabout way for a little while now. And thought about, if I was going to make art my living and wasn't going to survive just being an artist, then what would I do in the art space where I could be creative and teach and do all the things that I like to do? And this really fit the bill, doing art therapy. And I might be able to do my placement at a place called Headspace, which is an Australian government clinic to look after the mental and emotional well-being of young people between 12 and 27, I think it is, the age. And they have a clinic in Logan just down the road from me. Absolutely perfect, with an art therapy room and no art therapist. And I met the director of the centre there at a Rotary meeting 2 weeks ago, and she was really impressed with some of the work that I was doing with journaling Crazy Island style, and also on my YouTube channel, and some of my thoughts on how art can be therapeutic for people that are going through a really tough time and may have not any artistic skill or may have some artistic skill. So I thought that was interesting. So I've done module 2 and I'm just about to send that in. You'll see me looking out the window a little bit because I'm right at the front of the house, and every car that goes past I can see them, and if the mailman turns up I can see him. Oh, Confessions of an Art Junkie. Now I have to say that I have been extremely good for quite some time. But apart from at the Brisbane Scrapbook and Papercraft Expo, not that I spent very much money. I mainly spent money on a pair of Doc Martens. Yes, that's for another day. Another story? Anyway, I went, thought to myself, I haven't bought anything for a long time, and I've been after the Delusions paints like since I saw them at CHA, really. And thought to myself, oh, I'd really love to get my hands on these. I haven't been able to get them anywhere in Australia. They're always all sold out. I finally, at my favourite online store, got them. Everything except white, I think. Everything except white. So, but I got all the colours, and I already have applicators. And I'm not one of those people that will just buy applicators to go with the paint, because quite frankly I'm not going to use just that paint. If any of you have seen my paint, like I have an old CD IKEA rack, and you can just see it in the corner here, just the very corner, and it's almost floor to ceiling with tiny little shelves, and all of them have got all my paints in them in all their paint families. And I tell you what, there's a lot of paint there, and then I have more paint here and here and here and over there. I'm like, I have paint coming out of my ears, and I love it, love paint. So I'm going to have more paint. And I ordered Dina Wakley, the needle tip applicators for the Dina Wakley paints, because I don't have heaps of those paints, but I absolutely love the idea of having a needle tip applicator to write, because I often write things and I have different applicators, but I like the fact that I can just use it or not use it like that. Great. And I don't have to have a separate thing for it, I can just unclip it or clip it. So that's really cool. And then I filled out the bulk of my order with like a big Prismacolor pencil order, using my reference book for colours that I didn't have, but particularly focusing on purples and blues, because I sketch a lot in purples and I didn't have heaps of blues in the blue range, and I use them a lot. And my Prismas, like, as much as I've got Spectrum Noir pencils, they are nowhere near as good as the Prismas. It depends on what you're looking for, but the Prismas, for my money, they are just the best all-round pencil. If you're looking and you can only afford one set of pencils, get the Prismas. They are worth it. They're really, really worth it. And if you really, I'll put a link to my Technique Friday where I talk about artist pencils and the care of them at the bottom of this vlog, because it's important that if you have Prismacolors that you care for them correctly, store them correctly and sharpen them correctly, and you know how to look after your Prismas when you get them. Otherwise you could find that all the lead's broken and then you get frustrated with them and then you don't use them anymore. Yeah, so big changes, hey? That's all my confessions, because I don't have any more. Like, I haven't even bought any furniture for this new thing. I've just transplanted my old stuff into my new stuff and used some of my old office furniture into my new office furniture, including my chair, this beautiful chair. It's a lovely chair, beautiful. And that was my office chair from my other office, but now it's my chair from my studio. My studio chair has gone to one of the boys. So anyway, so things are looking on the up and up. I'm excited about that. I'm getting ahead with my journaling Crazy Island style lessons and pages, which is nice. And I'm making inroads into some of my dreams, which is to study art in some way. And a good friend of mine said to me, why aren't you doing a uni degree? You'd be great at uni. And I'm like, I know I'd be great at uni, but how much time does one person have? And honestly, I did consider a fine arts degree, and I do know that that's kind of where I want my focus to go. However, I really, really, really also think that it's important to have a stable income, and if I'm going to go into art therapy as a business or a job, then I need to have some clinical hours, voluntary clinical hours up my sleeve. And I also need to have a stable income while I'm doing that, so that when I make the transition, I know how to make it. And that I've got all my craft mat and everything all taped to my desk. And it's like, I think it's like moved a little bit. Some of the tape, it's like moved a little bit. And my craft mat's gotten a little bit puffy, just a little bit. But it's nice. The only downside to this arrangement in my new bigger, larger studio is that I must keep it really, really neat and tidy. And anyone who knows me well knows that that is a challenge. Yes, that is a big challenge. So, things are on the up and up. I have a haircut, so I have a funky short haircut. Got that cut last night. And yes, my hair is a bit messy, but you know, that's the way I roll. And I have had my nails done, so I started having nails done because I am working with dirty, yucky industrial products sometimes. So I have decided that there are some essential beauty things that I will do, which is nice hair, nice eyelashes and nice nails. Because my nails keep getting dirty. Don't you hate that? Nails keep getting dirty. But as an added bonus for my YouTube videos and my lessons, you get to see nice nails now in them when you're teaching, rather than completely paint scarred and yucky nails, because that's the way that I rolled. What else am I saying? I'm just watching my pussycat foray the front yard. I can't believe it, she's using my back tyre as a scratching device. Puss! A scratching pole. My back tyre on my car. Naughty girl. Bet she can hear me too. She's sitting there looking at me all innocent. Typical. Cat always upstages me. In one way or another. You get that? So I'm not going to talk too long, because the last thing I need to do is exacerbate the irritation in my throat while I'm getting better and make it worse. So I'm just going to say ciao for now. All my family is now getting better. I'm finally getting better. And I hope you all are getting through, wherever you are having a great time and loving family, good jobs. And I pray that you learned something new today, because it keeps you young. And do something for yourself, because you deserve it. Ciao for now.